Hi, everyone. It's Kim Halter, and I'm a behavior consultant at Three Village School District. Today, we're going to be talking about tech tips for remote learning success. This is going to cover our group parent training that was planned for May of 2020. And unfortunately, because of the COVID-19, we have a remote learning situation. So we wanted to extend this remote learning to parent training as well. So today we're going to talk about some technological tips that you can use as the teacher for remote learning, because now you are the teacher. So let's go to the first. So today's a new day. Remote teaching means that you are the teacher and that you're going to need to know some tricks and some resources that can help to teach your children. So the first thing I want to talk about is guided access for iPhones, iPads, and iPods. So guided access will limit the device to a single app and let you control which features are available. So you can turn on guided access when you want to have your child use your device, but if you want to limit the amount of time that it's used, then you would use something like guided access. I actually put a YouTube video up on the website, but I'm putting a link here so you can link to that YouTube video. So the next topic I would like to talk about is reinforcement systems. And I'm sure that everybody's worked with reinforcement systems at home, like token boards or sticker exchanges. I just want to review some of the more common systems that you can use and maybe give you some ideas about some systems that you could set up at home with your children. So reinforcement systems are methods to provide consequences following particular behaviors. The purpose of these consequences is to make it more likely that the positive behaviors that your children have will occur again in the future. There's several examples of reinforcement systems, such as token economies, behavior contracts, and chore charts. And I'm just going to review some of them today. So in a token economy, a person is taught that an item such as a sticker or a token can be exchanged for other preferred items such as snacks or access to preferred activities like watching TV or playing computer games. These are called backup reinforcers. Then the behavior that one wishes to reinforce, which makes it more likely to happen in the future, is identified. If a person does this behavior, a token or sticker or coin is provided. When enough tokens are earned, the child can then trade those for the backup reinforcers. So let's just look at some token economies. And what I'll do is I will show you some systems that I have used, and then I will have those available for you to download if you want to have the format on the website. So here is some standard or basic non-tech options. I know this is a technology workshop, so I thought we'd just start with what basically you could do with paper and maybe coins or stickers. The typical token board that we use at school is something that looks like this. It says I'm working for, and then in here we either put a picture or we write in kind of what the child is working for, and then we just put coins or stickers or whatever to fill this up. These can all be adjusted. This is something a little more fancy. The super guy is working for, and you can kind of write it in there, and you kind of do these. And then this is something that we use a lot too, is just a game board. So if you want to set up something at home where you just have print something like this out, work for some maybe tech time or some TV or YouTube time. And then what you could do is just put stickers on the board like this. And then when you get to that, then your child will earn the free time. So these are non-tech options, and they work really well. So if you might want to start with something like this, if you haven't done anything like that. And next, we're going to be talking about some technology options that you can use, which actually are very useful and easy to carry around, since most of them are installed right into your phone. So the first tech reinforcement system I'm going to talk about is ClassDojo, which I absolutely adore and love, because it has not only a instantaneous reinforcement, and you can reinforce your child instantaneously after they do something that's preferred. And it is so fun for kids. It has a lot of great features. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go out of this, and I'm going to make sure that you could see me. I'm going to go out of this, and I'm going to come over to ClassDojo for teachers. So the ClassDojo is free for any of the teachers. This is the website Class Dojo. So if you go to classdojo.com, you'll see this page. And what you want to do is sign up as a teacher. So when you sign up as a teacher, your classroom is free and you'll get all the full features. If you're a class parent, if you're in a classroom where a teacher has already signed up with Class Dojo and you've used it before, you do have the option to sign up as a parent. And if you sign up as a parent, you have to pay a monthly fee to use it just like the way that the teachers use it. So since you are the teachers now, you definitely I would recommend that you sign up as a teacher. So you sign up as a teacher. Just make sure that your account is not, your email account is not associated with any parent account, and you'll be completely fine. So what I did is I set up this right here. I'm just going to close this. This is my parent training group classroom, and the classroom that I set up has a mom, a dad, and 3 kids. So this is their family. And the way that this works is that you would actually go over here and edit the class. You would add your students in. So your students would be your children. So if you have 2 children or 1 child, you're going to add those in. I also like to add the mom and the dad so that we can also model great behavior for our kids. So sometimes if dad is really being patient and he's doing something really nice and it's something that's really great that you want to reinforce, you can give him points as well. And I would set up with your child what happens when you get a certain amount of points. So the points are very easy to give. So you'll see if I click right on the name and say my kid 1 is Bobby. Bobby is doing a great job at getting up and brushing his teeth this morning. So as soon as he got up, he was listening and he got a point. So when you give points, you don't even need to show the screen to your child. You could just grab your cell phone, because you could download this as an app on your phone, open up the Class Dojo and start giving out points. Oh my God, Bobby just brushed his teeth on his own. So you're going to tell him, look, I'm giving you 2 points because you brushed your teeth. That's great. And you don't need to do anything that's a lot of material building. You don't have to run and get the clipboard. You don't have to get your token board. You don't have to find your tokens and your stickers. And this is really nice that it's set up this way. But say Bobby didn't wake up and didn't follow the schedule, you want to give him a reminder. So when he gets up and he goes right to eat his breakfast, you'd say, oh, I have to give you a reminder because you have to brush your teeth first. That's the sound for a reminder. Kids know these sounds so well because they really know that there's reinforcement associated with them. So maybe you give 1 reminder and now he goes over and now he's brushing his teeth. Oh, great. The nice thing is that you don't even have to nag anymore. So the nagging is gone. You don't have to be like, come on, we have to brush our teeth. What do you have to do? Before he goes to bed the night before, say, listen, if you get up and you go right to brushing your teeth, I'm going to give you 3 points or 2 points on your dojo. And we don't even have to talk about it. So it's so nice that it does that. So what happens when you want to take a point away? So for example, while you're talking with Bobby, he's being rude and he's yelling at you. You give him a reminder, and there's the reminder, and then still doesn't stop. So you're going to lose 1 point. And that's the sound for losing a point. The kids really do get the sounds really quickly. And what I like to always set up with kids is that when you give a negative point or you remove a point, that you quickly, as soon as they get back and they bounce back, give them another point. So a lot of times I like to add in, so you'll see I'm going to edit these skills, a bounce back skill. And with the bouncing back, at first, I like for it to be about 3 points. So say you're in arguing and, Bobby's not listening to you. And then all of a sudden you stop talking and he turns around and he goes and brushes his teeth. The minute after you lose the point, you want to go back and do a bounce back. So you would want to come in here and that's great. And you know what? You don't really need to talk too much because he knows already that when he gets back on track, he's going to get a bounce back point. So it's set up reinforcement that's scheduled and it's easy to use. I really like this. And then, you know what? If you come over here and you want to redeem the points, say right now he's got 17 points, say for 15 points. So he wants to trade in 15 and get 10 minutes of iPad time. You can write that all in there. And we're going to take the 15. See, and now it automatically takes off the 15 points, and he gets 10 minutes of iPad time. It's a really nice way of monitoring and setting up a reinforcement plan for your kids. Sometimes the parents have the kids work to change their monster, so you could change all these monsters. You could even download different pictures to put in there. It doesn't have to just be a monster. So if we clicked on here and Dad wants to change his picture right here, he can pick something. They have critters, they have Valentine's, they got a ton of different stuff that you could do. It's really a great app, and it helps and saves time. So it's really good. Also, at the bottom here, what you'll see is that they have toolkits. Attendance wouldn't be applicable, but they have multiple things. So if you want to select multiple kids, say 2 people did that toothbrushing this morning, 2 of their kids, and the other one didn't. Oh, you 2 are going to get reinforcement. Excellent. So you could say, oh, did you brush your teeth? And they both got 2 for brushing their teeth. If randomly everybody's doing something good, you could always just do a random. And up, Mom just got a point. There's a timer here if you need a timer right on the screen. So instead of fumbling around. So the next thing we're going to talk about is social stories. So what is a social story? Social stories are telling a story about how to do a skill. So you're basically teaching a skill visually in these stories. It could be about, say, waiting in line, deep breathing, being calm, or it could be something with a transition, such as the transition to remote learning like we are doing currently. So I want to just let you know that on our website, I'm going to go out of here, and on our website, you could see that there's a whole bunch of social story resources. If you skip down here, it tells you about social stories, that they were created by Carol Gray, and you can click right on the social stories right on the website. So you could see my school is closed. So we could open this one. You could download it right to your phone, or you could do it on a Chromebook or your laptop. And you would just review with the child the story. So it's a visual representation about something that's either making the child anxious or to learn a task or a skill. So you'll see here, my school is closed social story. My school is closed temporarily and unexpectedly. That means I can't go to school right now. You would just read this through with your child. And just, to decrease anxiety. There's other social stories on here also about learning skills. So about hand washing, for example. So if you want to teach the correct way to hand wash, you would click on the actual story. So we can click on this and take it out. So here's the hand washing social story. And you could see the way you would do this is that you would read through the story first, and then you would go back and you would actually do the actual activity. So my hands get quite dirty. Sometimes I can't see the dirt. So it's teaching them why they can't wash their hands, and then exactly how to do it. So it's just a visual representation, much like a task analysis you could do. You could do the steps of how you want to do that, and just visually putting pictures or even a story to that task. So the next thing we're going to talk about is video modeling and the difference between video modeling and social stories. Social stories is telling a story about how to do a skill, and video modeling is a strategy that models the actual skill. There's several types of video modeling. There's basic video modeling, there's video self-modeling, point of view modeling, and then to break it down, we do video prompting. So let's move on to the next page. And here you could see the different type of modeling, from basic modeling to point of view modeling. So here is my daughter. She's actually making popcorn. So in there, you would just have a model, anybody, a student or an adult, modeling the task or skill you want to teach. A lot of times that's much easier to record than having your own child perform the skill, or it might be difficult to have that skill being performed by your child. So you could choose either doing a basic modeling, or you could do point of view modeling. This is point of view. So it's just point of view and the perspective. It's either watching somebody do it or watching yourself do it. And whatever works best for your child is what you would want to do. When you do video prompting, you break down the steps like a task analysis would to clips or short segments. And if you're making your own videos, you can kind of stop and pause at different starts and stops. You could see here is making a sandwich. So you could pause at different intervals and then have your child perform that skill in that step. So for example, oops, I went back too much. We're going to watch this one. So you actually can perform little steps and have it automatically pause. Or you can have the whole skill being modeled by yourself or another person and just pause and kind of have assist your child going through learning the task. So now you know all about video modeling and the types of videos that you can make. What do you want to do now is basically find a way of recording videos using your phone or your tablet. Pick a goal that your child could learn through video modeling. Make a task analysis, which is basically a list of steps that need to be taught, and then make some videos. And if you can't make the videos and it seems too hard, you can definitely find them on the internet. And like I said before, you can check our website and see that I posted a few videos up that I made with my daughter. I will also put my email address at the end of this presentation. And if you have any ideas of some videos that you'd like me to make, I will definitely consider it. So what I did is I just put in a task analysis form to take data, and it's always good to take data. So this task analysis is for making popcorn, and we have that video up there on our website. And basically, I wrote all the steps out for making the popcorn, and then you could kind of look through it after a week or two and see which steps you could fade yourself out and which steps you need to target and kind of why. So the next thing I wanted to direct you to is a video that I made that's also going to be on the website when you click on this. If you could look for the one that looks like this one, it's a video about all available apps for an iPad. So if you are interested in seeing some good applications, just check out another video in this series on the same webpage and check out the apps that I recommend. So I wanted to thank everybody for listening today. And I also wanted to give you my email address. If you have any questions or just want to suggest a task for video modeling, or even have any kind of question about anything in this video, just let me know. You can contact me at kholter@3villagecsd.org. Thank you so much. Stay safe and have a great day.